As artificial intelligence shifts from buzzword to console partner, how do we prepare our call takers to work with it, not against it? From real-time transcription to predictive incident alerts for workflows that blend intuition with automation, and why empathy still matters more than ever. Stay tuned because the future of 911 isn't just smart, it's getting smarter. And that's coming up next on TiPS, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety. This is Fletch. I'm a NENA-certified ENP, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I bring you the latest, most informative, and sometimes controversial takes on emergency communications. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into training dispatchers for AI-enhanced workflows, and a look on how tomorrow's telecommunicator becomes part human, part algorithm wrangler, and 100% indispensable. AI is quickly becoming your new cubicle mate, and unlike your last one, it never eats your lunch or leaves crumbs in the keyboard. From real-time transcription and caller emotion analysis to predictive dispatch assistance and automated resource recommendations, the 911 console is turning into a cockpit of augmented intelligence. But the real transformation isn't happening in the software. It's happening in training rooms. Because if AI is the new partner, we need to teach dispatchers how to read the room, the data, and the algorithm. Let's start with what's actually showing up in the PSAPs right now. AI systems are transcribing calls instantly, highlighting high-stress language, and tagging words like gun, fire, or collapse. Others are pulling GIS data and historical call patterns in an attempt to predict where the next major incident might occur. That's powerful stuff, but here's the catch. AI doesn't always understand context. It may not realize the difference between shots fired and fireworks on Main Street during the 4th of July holidays. That's why training must evolve beyond push button A for protocol B. We need to teach dispatchers to interpret AI insights, analyze confidence scores, and ask, is this data actionable or just noise? When the algorithm whispers, gunshot, the trained dispatcher should have the situational awareness to say, yeah, nice try, Hal, but I hear kids laughing in the background. So what does the new curriculum look like? Less role memorization and more simulation. We're talking interactive training where dispatchers face a mixed human-AI scenario. The system transcribes a call and pre-populates an incident card. The dispatcher validates it, corrects it, or overrides it. Then the AI learns from that feedback, which will improve accuracy over time. It's that loop, human, machine to human, that's the new form of mentorship. We're not replacing the human. We're training the algorithm through every corrected call. But this also means training for AI literacy. Dispatchers need to understand what those confidence percentages actually mean, how data bias can creep in, and why transparency in AI decisions matters. It's no longer enough to say, hey, the computer did it. The new dispatcher must be able to explain why the computer thought it did it. Now let's address the darker side. Over-trusting the automation. Every PSAP has seen how technology can fail spectacularly. CAD outages, routing errors, GPS hiccups. Now imagine that same over-reliance applied to an algorithm you can't even see. A model trained on urban data might misinterpret rural noise, or a transcription engine might miss a panicked whisper that only a human ear can catch. That's why the best dispatchers of the next decade are going to have what I call digital street smarts. You know, the perfect balance of skepticism, intuition, and curiosity. They'll know when to take the AI's hand and when to slap it away gently and say, I'll take it from here. As ECCs evolve, leadership needs to reinforce that technology is a tool, not a replacement. Training programs need to focus on human oversight, the ethical use of data, and maintaining empathy as the core operational value. It will never understand the sound of fear in a mother's voice, or the relief in her sigh when she knows help is on the way. So absolutely, AI may be fast, precise, and endlessly scalable. But empathy? Well, that's still undefeated. The PSAP of the future is not going to be staffed by robots. It'll be powered by humans who know how to train them. And that wraps up today's episode of TiPS, Today in Public Safety. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something new. For more updates and insights, follow me on social media at Fletch911. Remember to visit 911tips.com, where you'll find a complete archive of all of my previous episodes. My blogs are available at Fletch.tv, and my professional website is Fletch911.com. Stay safe. Thanks so much for listening. And if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every single day. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9,